Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my finds of the day from an estate sale. So of course, went to a estate sale today and I got, as you can tell, I got a lot of bulbs today. Also got a couple other things there as well, but yeah. So of course I got like pretty much two boxes of bulbs. As you can tell, there's a set of bulbs in here, and of course there's a set of bulbs in that bag right there. So we'll start off with this one first. So of course a lot of the bulbs I got are mostly for future use, and then most of them are for the holidays, of course. So of course we'll start off with this first. Of course we have a Satco 60 watt 130 volt. Of course this puts out 580 lumens, nice clear 60 watt incandescent bulb, as you can tell. As you can tell, it does look like it is slightly used. Now, as I said, most of the bulbs I picked up for like in the lot are mostly for future use. Like this Satco bulb right here, this is for future use because I have a couple of these in my collection. Of course, this also has a very nice brass base, as you can tell. So yeah, that's nice as well. So I think I got two of these. I think the other one's probably in one of the other. I think it's probably in there, or it's either in here. Let's see. Let's start off with this bulb next. Here is I don't know if you can see that. The etch is a little hard to read on this. This is a Sylvania 28 watt halogen capsule clear incandescent bulb, which is really cool. Of course, this is also made in the USA, which is the best part because this is a good quality bulb. This puts out, it looks like 465 lumens. Of course, there's the halogen capsule. So I picked up two of these. They're slightly used. So there's that one. Let's see if I can find the. Here's the second one right here. Go ahead and pull that out. Of course, here's the second one. The etches are really hard to read on these, but as you can tell, they're both slightly used, as you can tell. So there's those. And then I picked up I think I picked up three of these Satco Rough Service 60 watt 130 volt incandescent bulbs. These have the nice frosted coating, which I really like that, the nice inside frost coating. So I picked up three of these, of course, for future use. Of course, these also do have the brass base as well, which I do like that as well. So got three of these. You can tell here's the other two. Of course, the same exact bulbs. Well, these are pretty good bulbs for future use. We'll look at these two in a sec. Next up, which I thought this was kind of an interesting bulb. Of course, as you can tell, this is more of a newer bulb, but this is kind of an interesting one. So as you can tell, this is a miniature picture frame incandescent bulb, this is kind of an interesting bulb. Of course, it's C7 base, as you can tell. This is 15 watt. Of course, Fields Electric. I don't know why they put soft white. It's more of a warm white because it's, of course, a clear incandescent bulb. Of course, puts out 80 lumens. So, of course, there's that. If you want to pause and read that, you can. So a nice small tubular incandescent bulb. So that's kind of interesting. Set that off to the side. And now what we'll do is we'll start taking a look at the colored bulbs that I have in here as well. So we'll start off with this one first. Of course, originally, of course, there would have been a green 100 watt BR38 incandescent bulb in this box, but unfortunately it was not there, so it must have burned out several years ago, and they put a red bulb in there. But of course, we'll take a look at the box first, and then we'll take a look at the bulb. I think the bulb that is in here is a Philips, though. So of course there's that. So if you want to pause and read that, you can. Of course, made in Korea. Of course, available in blue, green, red, and yellow. So that's pretty cool. Which I do have the red, and as you can tell, there's the blue. I don't think I have the green version, but yeah. So yes, the bulb that is in here is a Philips. This has got a very nice thick glass, as you can tell. This must be This almost looks like this is an older one. This is pretty high quality right here. This is a pretty good high quality bulb. It's got nice thick glass to it. Of course, here's the etch on it. Philips 100 watt BR38 red, made in Korea. This says 125 to 120 volt. Of course, it's got a very nice brass base, as you can see. So yeah, that's cool. With a very nice blue glass insulator. So this is a very interesting one. And it's got a little bit of weight to it. So this is a pretty heavy duty colored incandescent bulb. So this is really cool. So of course there's that. Go ahead and set that back in there. Move that off to the side. And of course and next up we have a vintage Philips 100 watt color tone outdoor flood. This is the blue color. Now of course, as I did say, I did make a video, or I did show in my finds of the day video, I did find the vintage Philips red color tone bulbs, but it's pretty cool because now I finally have the blue version as well, so that's really cool. Of course, new old stock, which that's really cool. Of course, indoor outdoor use. So of course, blue in color. Of course, here's the information on the back. If you want to pause and read that, you can. And of course, it does, and it also does talk about the colors again. Also available in green, red, pink, and amber. So that's of course the other colors that you could get it in as well. So you can find this in amber and pink. It would be kind of interesting to find it in pink as well. But yeah, I really like the older design packaging that Philips did with these Philips color tone bulbs. So that's really cool. Of course, there's the bulb. See if I can get this open without damaging the box. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really want to come up. It doesn't really want to come open, but as you can tell, there is the bulb. Of course, it's very dirty and dusty, so I have to clean that up. But there's that. And of course, next up we have yet another Philips color tone colored incandescent bulb. Of course, as I said, this is the same one that I got from the Goodwill, of course. So of course, this is the same exact bulb. So it is nice to have another one of these again. So this one I'll probably use for future use for my colored bulbs for the holidays. Of course, there's that. And then, oh yeah, I also forgot to show the other stuff that's in here. Of course, we also have a floodlight gasket. So I also this was with one of the colored bulbs. So we'll set that off aside. And then another thing I also picked up there as well is I picked up this. This is some low voltage wire. This is a 50 foot of 16.2 low voltage cable, which this is really cool. Of course, this was $3, as you can tell. So that's definitely a really great deal for some low voltage wire, because this low voltage wire is of course really expensive for this type of wire. So of course there's you kind of see the gauge type there. It's the thinner gauge type. So we'll set that back in there. Next up, we'll take a look at these. Here's some great value 75 watt equivalent halogen bulbs. Of course, only use 53 watts. Made in the USA, which that's the best part because these are good quality bulbs. So of course, there's only one of the original bulbs in here, and of course, and then the other ones I decided to throw in 3 other incandescent bulbs as well. So of course, there's the original right there. Of course, we have a generic brand 100 watt incandescent bulb. And then, oh yeah, I actually have 4 Satco rough service bulbs and 2 of the clears. So of course there's another one right there. So there's those. Set that off to the side. Here is, next up we'll take a look at this GE. I think this is a, let's see, where's the etch on here? Here it is. This is a GE Reveal 15 watt 120 volt CFBR30 CFL spiral bulb. So this is kind of interesting as well. Very nice BR30 spiral, as you can tell. So of course this is a reveal, which that's nice. So, of course there's that. Here is a, let's see, this is a, here is a Prism 75 watt par 30 130 volt flood halogen par 30L bulb, or par 30 bulb, which is nice as well. This is kind of interesting because, as you can kind of tell, this actually, when I first saw this par 30 bulb, I thought it was a Sylvania because it actually does look like a Sylvania par 30 halogen bulb, but it's actually a Prism halogen bulb, which that's kind of interesting. I also do have a bulb by Prism that's a amber BR30 incandescent bulb as well, so I'll eventually have to show that in a video someday. But it's pretty cool to find a par 30 bulb by the Prism brand, so that's kind of interesting. So we'll set that off to the side. Next up we have a Satco. Get that to focus there. We have a Satco 65 watt 130 volt BR30 incandescent bulb. This puts out 620 lumens. I picked up, they had 3 of these there. Of course, I also picked these up for future use as well. Of course, these also have a very nice brass base, as you can tell, so that's cool. And a very nice heat shield in the bulb as well, so these are pretty good. So we got 3 of these. Of course, the other 2 are in this box right here, this LED box. So we'll take a look at those. Of course, as you can tell, they're both the same Satco incandescent bulbs. So there's those. Put those off to the side as well. And then our last 2 bulbs we'll take a look at is, we'll start off with this one now. This is a Great Value 23 watt 2700K CFL spiral bulb, which this is a nice spiral as well. Of course, I have a couple of these in my collection as well, so I think this bulb might be for future use as well. So it's kind of almost like a, it's kind of almost like the EcoSmart or the TCP spiral bulbs. Actually, I think these were made by TCP and then, of course, just rebranded by the Walmart brand. But yeah, there's that. This looks like a new old stock, so that's nice. Set that off to the side. And then our last find, which we'll move that off to the side. And my last find was this. It is a vintage GE Edison Flood halogen, of course 90 watts, puts out 1310 lumens, and of course 60 hours. So of course this is the older GE par 38s, which last 4 years. So these are really good halogen bulbs. Of course, I use these on my uplights, and these are pretty good, reliable halogen bulbs. So of course, this seems to be new old stock as well. So I think, yes, the bulb that is in here is the right bulb. Oh, and we also do have a date code on here. This bulb has a date code of 2010, so that's kind of interesting. See if you can see that. Of course, GE Edison 90 watt 120 volt. And of course, I always like these older GEs with the flood pattern that they have. And of course, as you can tell, there's a nice flood pattern in the middle, and of course, it also does say flood on there as well, which that's really cool. So go ahead and put that back in there. But yeah, there we go. That was my finds of the day from an estate sale. So we'll move this all in so you can see this a little bit better. So you'll move these up a little bit closer here. Just like that. And yeah, there they are. So anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day.